Hi, this is Carson, and this is my screencast for Homework 4. Homework 4 implements the user stories for the staff role, including being able to review all questions, answers, and feedback from reviewers, keeping track of issues through a log in the dashboard, communicating with instructors and other staff members, as well as flagging an item for review. For these user stories, I implemented a staff class that oversees all interactions. They are also provided with a dashboard summarizing all discussion board information like the number of questions, flagged items, tasks, etc. Looking through the code here, let's start with the staff class. It extends the user class and stores a staff ID. It has a getter, a setter, and a method to send messages recorded in the DAO's log. I also implemented the staff homepage as well, which is very similar to the admin homepage, just with options for the staff that are a little bit different that we can display later. And then I really mostly worked with the discussion board page as well as the DAO for this assignment. Let's see here, sorry, just a sec. Yes. And then towards the bottom is where I have most of my methods here. So we have the staff is equal to the admin, so they'll just have all the same actions. We have a method for flagging and unflagging. We also have the two dashboard methods. Alright. We also have visible displays, display markers for flagged items as well. We just have all the different tabs for the dashboard for the staff, as well as feedback functionality here, log functionality here, and then the admin dashboard, which is very similar to the staff dashboard. Right. And then the staff is also able to communicate with the other staff. Cool. And then the program is also constantly updating and refreshing, so it can keep up with the most current information. Right, and then taking a look at the DAO, all of my methods are towards the bottom here. Let's see. Cool. Okay, we got is item flagged, unflag item. We also have flags for different items. You can also flag the answer, question, feedback, other things like that. Have our flag item method here. We can add a note to the flagged items. We can add logs. And all this is just storing these items in the database. Can add private feedback. Yeah. I just have all our tables storing all that stuff up here as well. All right. Let's go ahead and start up the program. Oh. Sorry, gotta clean this real quick. Perfect. I'm gonna first log in as the staff. And this is the discussion board page that you see first. I'm gonna go to the staff dashboard. First off, we have the summary of everything, so questions, answers, stuff like that. We have our flagged items, nothing yet. We also have our tasks. I'm gonna just resolve these real quick. And then also our log. As you can see, I've been playing around with this for a while. Let's go ahead and close this. Then we'll click our second question just to demonstrate. We got, what is your favorite holiday? And then we'll go to the review for this answer. And it seems like our reviewer really hates Thanksgiving, but hateful comments are not allowed. So we can go ahead and flag this review. And we can kind of just say no, like, this isn't nice. Alright, and the review is flagged, and as we can see, we have a visible marker for the flagged post. And then let's go back to the dashboard for the update. So we got one flagged item. You can see it's by our admin, I hate Thanksgiving. We also have a task that says review the flagged item, and then we can go down here, go down here and see the note that says this isn't nice, which is from our staff. Okay, so now that we have the flagged item, we can go back as the admin. Continue to my page. You can see here that, oh, now my review is flagged. Then let's go to the admin dashboard. It does look a little bit different than the staff dashboard. The staff will have more functionality and ability to oversee everything, edit things, message people, stuff like that. See the logs. So we can go ahead and see our flagged item, and we can see that the staff said this isn't nice. And as the admin, you know, I wrote that review, so I will say something like, sorry. We'll reply here. And this is kind of the chat function, like messaging between instructors and staff. I am also able to unflag or I guess delete my review if I need to. And then cool. So we have our chat here. Let's go ahead and log out, log back in as staff. And then let's take a look, and yeah, as the staff we can see that the admin replied to me, and then this is just that communication part of the user stories. Alright, and then I can also unflag this if I need to, which will just delete that, resolve the task, and then it'll update by in the log that we unflagged that review. Right, and then as you can see, it's unflagged here. Let's say I wanted to flag an answer instead. So we'll go ahead, flag this answer. You can see that it's marked as flagged. And then it will only show this to the staff or the admin, hiding it from the student. So we can check that as well. So I'm just going to log in as myself as a student technically. And cool. Yep, the second answer is hidden from me because it's flagged. So this is just, you know, for the staff to control the interactions and get ahead of any possible issues like that, any, you know, hateful comments, inappropriate stuff. And yeah, that is the staff functionality. Alright, taking a look at the tests now. We start with the setup for the DAO, which is just the user and sample login. We have a tear down, which will just clear everything that we added. And then for the test, we have the question and answer creation, flagging with notes, task management, private feedback handling, and staff messaging and logging. Each of these tests ensure that the DAO correctly stores, updates, and retrieves data used by the staff in the system. Let's go ahead and run the test. As we can see, 5 out of 5. Taking a look at the staff class implementation, The staff class extends the user and includes specialized functionality for staff members. The constructor takes a username, password, and a unique staff ID, has the getStaffID methods, and also a sendMessage method. What this does is sends a communication which gets stored in the DAO. For the staff test implementation, which is the JUnit, the 5 JUnit tests, it just has a comprehensive test for all the functionalities. So for the first one, let's see here. Test create question and answer verifies that staff can create and manage content. The flagging and notes test that staff moderation capabilities. The task lifecycle validates that the task board works correctly. The private feedback method ensures private feedback. Just make sure it works correctly. And then the messages and logs confirm communication features work properly as well. Each test method follows the arrange, act, assert pattern and includes proper setup and tear down with the 2 methods up here as well. Thanks for listening.